Emanuela, the maid. God never forgot. Emanuela was just a poor village girl. She was born in a quiet rural community where life was simple but hard. Her parents were farmers who worked from sunrise to sunset just to put food on the table. They had little, but they had love. And to Emanuela, that love meant everything. Her mother used to braid her hair every Sunday morning and say, "Emanuela, no matter how small you start, God can still make you great." Her father believed strongly in education and dreams. At night, after long days on the farm, he would sit with her under the moonlight and listen as she talked about becoming a fashion designer. "I will make beautiful clothes one day," she would say, drawing designs on the dusty ground with a stick. Her parents smiled and believed her. But life changed suddenly. A sickness came, fast and cruel. Within months, Emanuela lost both her parents. One grave became two, and just like that, at the age of 16, she was alone. The relatives who once visited with smiles slowly disappeared. The house grew quiet. The farm was taken. Hunger became her daily companion. With nothing left in the village, Emanuela made the hardest decision of her life. She went to the city. The city was loud, crowded, and unforgiving. Tall buildings surrounded her, but she felt smaller than ever. She carried only a small bag, a change of clothes, and hope. Hope that someone would help her. Hope that she would find work. Hope that her life wouldn't end in the streets. After days of walking, asking, and being ignored, a wealthy family noticed her standing outside their gate. The house was big, beautiful, shining. The madam looked her up and down and asked, "Can you work?" Emanuela nodded quickly. "Yes, Ma." And just like that, her life changed again. But not the way she expected. They took her in, but not as family. They made her a maid. From morning till night, Emanuela worked without rest. She washed piles of clothes until her hands cracked. She scrubbed floors until her knees ached. She cooked meals she never tasted. She carried water, cleaned toilets, and slept on the cold kitchen floor. There was no mattress, no blanket, only exhaustion. The madam of the house hated her. Every little mistake became an excuse to insult her. "Stupid girl! Lazy maid! Do you think you deserve this house?" Even when Emanuela worked hard, she was beaten with words and shame. The children laughed at her. The guests ignored her. The neighbors whispered about her. "She's just a useless village girl," they said. Every night when the house became quiet, Emanuela cried softly so no one would hear. She would kneel on the cold floor, clutching her chest and whisper, "God, I have no one. Please don't forget me." What she didn't know was this: God had a plan for her life. Every morning, before anyone woke up, Emanuela cleaned the house quietly. She never complained. She never talked back. But when her chores were done, she would sneak behind the house. There, hidden under a loose stone, was her most precious possession: a small, worn notebook. Inside it were her dreams. She wrote prayers, she wrote ideas, she drew dresses, beautiful dresses, long gowns, wedding dresses, elegant designs she remembered from her childhood dreams. Before her parents died, she wanted to be a fashion designer. Now she was only a maid. But in her heart, that dream was still alive. She wrote every day, "God help me. God, remember me. One day, my story will change." One afternoon, the madam's daughter followed Emanuela quietly. She saw her kneeling behind the house, writing. "What is that?" The girl laughed. Before Emanuela could hide it, the girl grabbed the notebook and ran inside. "Mummy, look at this stupid maid's book." When the madam opened it, her face twisted with anger. "This useless girl thinks she can become someone?" she shouted. They laughed loudly. They mocked her dreams. They tore some of the pages. Emanuela stood there, holding back tears, her heart breaking with every rip. But inside her heart, something powerful was growing, something they could never destroy, because God was always with her. Months later, the family prepared for a big event. The madam was invited to a high-profile fashion gala. Designers, investors, and wealthy guests would be present, but the dress she ordered did not arrive on time. She was furious. "What will I wear now?" she shouted. In fear, Emanuela spoke quietly. I can sew." The room went silent. Then laughter erupted. "You?" the madam scoffed. "A maid?" But with no other choice, she threw fabric at Emanuela. "If you spoil it, you will regret it." All night, Emanuela worked. Her hands shook, her heart prayed. Her tears fell silently. She remembered her parents. She remembered her dreams. She remembered God. By morning, the dress was ready. When the madam wore it, she was speechless. At the event, everyone admired her dress. "Who designed this?" they asked. Reluctantly, she pointed at Emanuela. That night, everything began to change. A well-known fashion investor asked to meet Emanuela. He saw her drawings. He heard her story. He saw her talent. "This girl is gifted," he said. Opportunities opened. Emanuela left the kitchen floor and stepped into a workshop. The same people who mocked her watched in shock. The madame bowed her head in shame. Years later, Emanuela became a successful fashion designer. Her brand became known worldwide. She built schools in her village. She helped orphans. She forgave those who hurt her. And every night she still prayed, "Thank you, God, for never forgetting me." They thought she was just a useless maid. But Emanuela was hiding something no one knew. A dream, a purpose, a God who never fails. Because God was always with her, she found the strength to stand when the world expected her to fall. If this message touched you, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps spread messages of faith and hope.